Okay, just whatever.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back, Dudes Who Bet Daily, December 10th, 2022. We've got a full house tonight, including the Magic Man right down there. Magic, how's it going?
I'm good. I want to know what's going on with Papa Dude over there. I think he's ordering lunch. What's
I am. That's exactly right.
Sandwich?
That's exactly right. Hang on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back.
All right. It's lunchtime.
All right. Yeah, Michael brings up a point. I want to talk about this. I turned this game off up 9 with 39 seconds left, and I had 4 people text me like, "Are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh God, what the hell happened?" I cannot believe Anthony Davis missed that free throw to send it overtime. I would have been livid if the Sixers had somehow lost this game, Aaron.
Yeah, I was watching. I was one of the ones that text you, and I was watching it. And I was watching it just kind of like waiting for something else to come on, just like, oh, I'll just watch the end of this. And it's like, okay, now it's 8, now it's 6, now it's 5, now it's 3. And it's like they keep turning the ball over every time they touch it. Talking about the 76ers. And you're right. Listen, they fouled a 3-point shooter, Austin Reeves, down 3. He makes 2. Austin Reeves never misses a free throw. He missed the 3rd one. So I'm like, okay, they're still going to win. They're up 1. They inbound the ball. Guess what? Turnover. Gets to Anthony Davis. He makes the first free throw because they fouled him because he had a layup. And they fouled him. And then the second one obviously missed. And then, much to my surprise, they absolutely dominate overtime. I thought they were beat still.
Just steamrolled them. You know the greatest part about the Anthony Davis missed free throw? He went 13 for 14 from the line in that game. That was the one.
That's unbelievable.
I'm happy that was the one. Nice to get 2 of the 3 bets home. Tough loss on the Avalanche last night. Had a 1-0 lead, gave it up, couldn't get it done. But if you got a plus 130 in a shootout and you had a plus 130 to 1-0 lead, long-term, that's going to work out for you. So good night overall there last night. All right, let's see what we got going today. We got a busy day, actually. We got a lot going on. We're going to start out with college football here. We're going to talk about Army-Navy. Army-Navy laying 3 in this spot. The total sitting at 32. And we're actually going to go to Magic here because his best bet of the day is going to come from this Army-Navy game. Magic, give it to us.
I was going to channel my inner Lee Corso and talk about the 2 teams and who I liked, and then switch and then put on my my Navy midshipman hat here. But listen, here's the thing: this is a classic game. Every year, Army-Navy ends the college football regular season. I've never been to a game. I don't know if you guys have, but I've heard it's just a different feeling. It's kind of an electric situation. And you got to respect that you have 2 teams where you have these men and women that signed up to serve our country, and now we get to celebrate them on the last day. There's not a lot of celebrating usually happens at these games because they usually don't score. The under has cashed the last 16 straight times these teams have played each other. 16 straight unders. I'm kind of playing, and Vegas keeps trying to drop the total, and it keeps going under. I think 32 is finally where we've hit too low here. Navy ended up beating UCF in their last game. UCF was, I think, ranked 20th in the country when they beat them. They've had time off since then to only focus on this game. So I think Navy's going to come out. They're going to come out flying. I like that they're favored by 2.5 or 3 points here, depending on where you're playing. Army is going to be up for the game because it's Army-Navy. I don't think that they win. I think Navy wins, but I'm pretty sure that the total is going to cover just because let's say we've got like a 17-14 battle, and then we get into the 4th quarter and there's like one last triple T-bone option move that takes, 14 minutes off the clock and we get a touchdown or a field goal. It's going to be close, but I think about 35 is where this total is going to land.
Yeah, the total has been all the rage here. I got a fun stat for you, Papa Dude.
Go for it.
2004 is the last time this game went over. If you parlayed the under in every game since 2005 and started with $100, how much do you think you'd have today?
100,000 maybe? I don't know.
$6 million.
Oh my God.
$100 16 times in a row. Absolutely wild that it's that much here if you just kept hitting that parlay button on the under here. Over has not hit since 2004. Magic bucking that trend. I decided to play Navy first half -0.5, -104 here. I thought that was the best way to attack it because I agree with Magic. I think Navy's the better team here, Papa Dude. What do you like here, Army-Navy?
I like Navy too because they played a better schedule. They're in a very, very difficult conference. And they seem to have Army's number a little bit. I mean, Army won 2 or 3 in a row there, but then Navy came back and beat them last year. I just think they play a little bit better schedule. They usually have a little bit better skill people. Seems to me like, now the reason these games are so low is they both run the ball. They cannot throw the ball. there aren't explosive plays to speak of. It's 3 yards here, 3 yards there. Hopefully you get ahead of the chains and you move the ball, but the clock continues to run. The other reason they don't score much is they both run the same offenses, so they practice against it every day. So they know exactly what they're going to do. So in order to score, usually you have to have a trick play, maybe a turnover, maybe a punt return.
Maybe a pass.
I understand where Magic is coming from, and I tend to agree today that sooner or later the trend is going to break. 16 in a row, and this line is really low. But damn, I can see 17-14 all over the place here. So.
These two teams have both played Air Force. Those scores were 13-10 and 13-7. Neither made it past 24. So, Aaron,
back Magic.
we're playing.
Listen, is Roger Staubach able to come in and play? Maybe we can finally get a good quarterback in this game again. I think he was the last time they had a good quarterback in this game. Staubach was under center.
We're basically playing limbo here with Army Navy, right? I mean, it's how low can you go? And right now, that total is going to be 32. Anything here that you like, Army Navy 3 and 32?
Army +3 is my play in this game. Do I disagree with you guys that Navy is going to win? No, but Army +3. I think it's 14-13. Navy beats Army today. Army +3. Magic loses. We all win.
I love it. All right, let's head over to the NHL now. We've got the Battle of Florida going on. We got the Panthers hosting the Lightning. Lightning -135 tonight. Total sitting at 6.5. That was a fun, wild Oilers game last night. That thing was over from the start. I love that total going up. Papa Dude, we'll start with you here. Panthers, Lightning. Who do you got?
Well, I'm going to go with the home team because I think they're playing a little bit better than the Panthers. Total toss-up, though. Wouldn't bet it. I would like to know that here's the bet. I would like to see somebody take a poll at the gates of the fans, and the over/under would be like 5. Well, let's go 100. How many have ever skated? Okay, then we go. How many have skated on ice? That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I don't know, Papa Dude. The South has tried this new thing where they put rinks all over the place. So, like Raleigh has an outdoor skating rink that they set up in one of the amphitheaters. So
Okay,
I wouldn't be shocked if there's some people who've been on like ice skates twice since these outdoor crappy rinks.
okay.
There's like slush too, because it's 50 degrees. You can't have a skating rink in 50-degree weather.
No.
It doesn't work very well.
No, but I like the Lightning tonight.
Aaron?
Lightning are going to win this game. Definitely play the over in this game as well. Valesky, a guy for Tampa who is an elite goalie, he has not been elite so far this year. He's kind of struggled in the net a little bit. I got him in my fantasy league, and he's been total trash, and I was so excited to have him. So I don't like this game being a low-scoring one tonight. Bobrovsky for the Panthers, I mean, he's hit or miss either way. But the big thing is both these teams can really score. It goes over. I'll take the Lightning. You know why? Florida cannot beat these guys. They just can't. The Lightning have their number. I will take Tampa Bay one more time.
Lightning -1.5. Give me that. I'll take the plus money there with the Lightning -1.5. Magic, who you got? You're shaking your head on us.
+115, Panthers win outright. Let me tell you why. A couple of nights ago, I was sitting at the Apple store waiting for a new phone to come in. And while I was sitting there, my old phone, still connected to the internet, was giving me score updates from ESPN. And I was like, up 2-1 Florida over the Red Wings. A minute later, up 3-1 Florida. 2 minutes later, up 4-1. And I'm sitting there going, God damn, this sucks. And I look up, and right across from me at the table at the Apple store, guy in a Florida Panthers shirt. And I was like, dude, you guys are killing me. What's going on? Gave me some inside information. They finally got their captain back. Alexander Barkov was finally back on the ice for Florida in that game. Won 58% of the faceoffs. He is the lightning rod that's going to take down Tampa. It's a big rivalry game here. And Florida, this guy was telling me, we never feel like we're the better team, even though we are the better team, just because all the attention has been on the Lightning because, they've been to the Cup Finals the last 3 years. But because of that, Tampa's finally showing wear and tear of never really having a summer off. Florida's ready. Florida's hot. They just beat the mighty Detroit Red Wings 5-1 2 nights ago. They're ready for this.
And that is why we have Magic on the show, because he has inside information like one of the top 10
from the Apple Store
has returned to the ice.
That is some kind of inside information, isn't it?
Yeah,
The best players in the NHL is back from an injury. Inside info.
Hey, by the way, Aaron brought up the fantasy hockey. 3 of us are in the same fantasy hockey league. One of us on screen here is 0-7.
I got something going, man. I'm gonna go winless for the full season. It's never happened before. All right, real quick before we jump over to the hardwood. Congratulations, City. North Dakota State absolutely rolled yesterday in the 1AA playoff. South Dakota State tries to keep it going against Holy Cross. Papa dude, can Holy Cross cover the 19.5?
No, that sounds like a mismatch. No game, no chance. And again, we've talked about on our show, Aaron and I have, this North Dakota State thing is unbelievable. How they just year in and year out, they're clones of the team the year before.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell any difference in them.
One of the colleges, like I would love to go to a game at North Dakota State. They have this massive indoor stadium there. I have to imagine it is absolutely rocking for these home games, especially the playoff games. All right, let's head over to the hardcore. We got a couple games to cover here. The Nets heading into the Pacers. Pacers laying one, total sitting at 229.5. We'll start with you, Papa Dude, since we know Aaron hates the NBA.
Well, look at the line, total toss up. The Nets are playing really well. They've snuck back up in there, and I think they're fourth in the playoff thing now, and they were just started out horrifically. But now they're playing really well. The Pacers played last night. I think the Nets did too. Both of them did. The Nets won a big game against Atlanta, and the Pacers pulled through for you last night and handled the Wizards. Total toss-up of a game here. That total is interesting, 229.5, because both of these teams can score.
Yep.
So I think if I was going to, let's see, that would be 116, 115, something like that. I could see that pretty easy. I think the Nets are going to win, but I think I'd go the over on this one.
I agree with Papa Dude here. I would lean Nets, but I would play the over. Magic, you're shaking your head as well?
Yeah, I was just looking, the last 20 games combined for each of these teams, they've each scored over 100 points 19 of those 20 times. Only once did, I think it was the Nets didn't do it against Boston. But I would go with the over too, but it just looks like everybody wants to score. There's not a lot of defense. Also, the Nets have given up 116 points in those two wins. So, they can score, but they're not really trying to stop you from scoring either, it sounds like.
Yeah, the Nets play shadow defense. They just hope their shadows stop you from missing shots. All right, let's head over to the game of the day here. The Celtics -2.5 headed into the Warriors in San Francisco here. Total sitting at a big old 237. Aaron, what do you like here?
Celtics in this game, they're tougher. They're tougher than the Warriors. They're going to come in there. They're going to bruise them up. They're going to beat them. The Celtics are 20-5. That's good. The Warriors, very good at home, though. That's the big key. It is at home. Give me the Celtics in this game. I think they bruise them up.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. That crowd is going to be going nuts, Papa Dude. I would lean Celts here too, but I think I'm probably going to watch this one and see if I can get something in game on it.
What is the injury status? The Warriors have been beat up. Are their players back? Is Curry going to play? I didn't even check because
I would assume with the line Curry's playing.
He's listed as probable.
Okay. Well,
Curry
that makes
in, Wiggins out.
Do what?
Curry is in, Wiggins is out.
Wiggins is out. I'll go under the total. That's a lot of points.
It's a big number for a good Boston defense.
Yeah, I'll go under on that. I think Boston's going to win too. I think they're better. I think the Warriors have holes all over the place. So they're not playing very well even when they are all healthy. So I think Boston in a big one, they'll be ready to play. Anytime you go in there to play against Curry and those guys, you're going to be ready. So I think they'll get them.
All right, let's head over to college hoops. Don't talk much college hoops here, but we've got a monster game today, 3 o'clock ABC, number 8 Alabama, heading into number 1 Houston. Houston laying 8, total sitting at 138.5 here. Papa Dude, I know you like this Bama team. You played against them, but you talked about how impressed you were watching them. Who do you like here tonight?
Well, I don't like them.
Okay, fair. Fair.
Because it's Alabama. So I don't like
them.
I love Houston. That is my team because I love the coach. Now, I almost took this as my best bet because I think that point spread's too much. And the reason I think that is Houston is going to slow this thing down. That's how they're going to win it. Kelvin Sampson's teams beat these more talented teams, and there's no question that Alabama's probably got more talent, by slowing them down and frustrating them. I can see a 62-58 win for the Cougars tonight. I think they're going to win. I think that point total is a little bit high. What's that? Oh, and then you might look at the over-under too. That's pretty high. Aaron, don't you agree that Houston will try to slow this thing down?
I do, but I've seen Kelvin Sampson teams that are really, really good host marquee matchups at home early in the season. Houston, big. Somich, big.
No way.
I like the under here. I think that's the target. I think if Houston does get up big, that this ends up ending up under the 138.5 total. And I agree with you, Papa Dude. I think that it's easier to slow a team down than it is to speed a team up. And it's one of those situations where if Bama tries to speed Houston up, it's going to be much more difficult to do that than Houston to slow Bama down. And that points toward the under when you have these kind of different styles. All right, let's head over to Oakland, race number 7, our race of the day. And we'll kick it off here with Aaron Halterman. This is the Ring the Bell Stakes, $150,000 going 6 furlongs at Oakland Park. Your favor in here is the 6-horse COVID for Chris Hartman, sitting on the board at 2-1. Who do you like here, Aaron?
I think Colson is very upset. We're talking about Oakland right now by the sounds of it. All right. Number 1, Flash of Mischief is going to be my pick in this spot. Really like this horse today. Almost singled, going to go a little bit short with maybe 2 horses used in this one. 2 races back at Remington Park. He dominated at this distance in the David M. Vance. If he brings that race to this Oakland track today, it's over. I don't think these horses can beat him. Really like him. Last time out, tried the Breeders' Cup Sprint. That's just too, that's too tough of a spot for him. Better spot today. Flash of Mischief. Really like this horse. I really hope we get 7-2. That would be great.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot here, Magic. It is just speed on speed on speed. The only horse that's going to come from off the pace is Boulder, who has not really run a race on dirt. That makes it look like he's going to be able to hold up. Where'd you end up on top here?
I went with Aaron. I went with Flash of Mischief. Carl Broberg, you look at what he's done with this horse and who the horse has been competing against. And if you scratch off the Breeders' Cup Sprint, several races on the page, even last year, that fit here. I think, even though Broberg was running this horse at 2 turns a lot, it really seems like with that David M. Vance Stakes win on the Oklahoma Derby undercard, it really seems like this is what he's going to be best at 6 furlongs. So we'll see what he does. Broberg, I'm sure he's got him juiced to the gills, ready to go. Papa Dude, I know, is going to pick an Asmussen, but there's 2 in here, so I don't know which one he's going to go with.
Asmussen, exact. Box him up, call him home, right, Papa Dude?
No, the one I don't like. One of the Asmussen horses. No, I like Flash of Mischief too. Another thing to watch, that track was sloppy yesterday. And when Oakland's track is off, all bets are off. It's true. You have no idea what's going to happen. One thing about it, you got to get to the middle of that track when it's wet. If you're on the inside, I don't know why, but it is just, I've seen it a million times. You're on the inside when that track's wet. It is so thick. It's tough.
That's Tyler's tried.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he kind of flunked his test, didn't he? But anyway, mentioning the 6 is one of those horses that's been over, what's the word? Put him in races he can't win.
Over his head.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm a firm believer. I think the horse is pretty good, but when you go out there and you get your brains beat out every time, I think that affects a horse. Mm-hmm. And I think they've managed that horse wrong and should have put him in some races he could win. He's not a human. You can't go tell the horse, hey, buddy, you ran really well, but you were in a grade 2 and we were stupid to put you in there. Well, the horse doesn't understand that. The horse got his ass kicked, and he got his ass kicked again and again and again. So I don't think he's going to win. I really don't. I like Flash of Mischief. The Asmussen horse I likes the 7, Chat a lot, and I think you got to throw that one in there if you're betting some kind of exotics.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with the pace here. I'm going to go with a little bit of a price here. Give me the 5-1 for Richie, sitting at 4-1 here. Horse has hit the exacta all 9 times so far in 2022 and has gotten better and better and better and better with each start. I'll take a swing here and go with the speed of the speed in a race that has a ton of speed, because I do think that 1 for Richie makes the front. And if so, then it's dangerous. Interesting with the 7, Chat a lot in here. You got to think Asmussen is going to tell him to just go, 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 which would set up for Boulder. So the 3 at 15-1, who is 2 for 4 on the wet track with a 2nd place and a 93 buyer. I don't hate the 3 at a big price here. Sure. I think the thing's going to fall apart.
Can see it.
Yep. And I think that track's going to be awful today. I mean, we got all kinds of rain here last night, and I'm assuming it tailed on through the south. They're 5 hours south of us, and I bet you
Yesterday it was listed as muddy. Today's track condition right now is listed as sloppy. So Papa Dude's assumption, as of right now, is correct. I don't know the forecast, but I have a feeling you're not going to get anything but more than a sloppy / muddy track today.
Right. If I had $100 in my pocket to bet, that was my limit for the day. It would now be 20.
The one for Richie, coming from Horseshoe, Indianapolis, off of a win. We saw yesterday the horse that won that beat Tyler's Tribe at Oaklawn came from Horseshoe, Indianapolis. And Giant Mischief was he at Indianapolis? Yeah, he was at Indianapolis, and then he went to Keeneland and he beat Arabian Night. So like, Indianapolis is producing some good 2-year-olds this year. It's not something we usually see, but good on them.
Yeah,
good for them.
All right, let's head over to the best bets here. We'll kick it off with Papa Dude before closing out on a back-to-back horse racing bet here. All right, Papa Dude, tell us about this parlay. Trying to go, what is it, 4 in a row here?
Yes.
3 in a row going? Let's go.
Yeah, right, but you didn't change it.
Well, you're right. I didn't change this.
That's okay. That's fine.
I'll flip it around.
All right, I'm doing a basketball one today. I got lucky last night and got the hockey one through, even though I didn't stay up. But my phone buzzed and Aaron let me know that that one cashed. So I think I've had 3 in a row. So law of averages may get me today. But on the hardwoods, I like Clemson today. I can't remember who they're playing. Just tell me right quick. You might know. Loyola of Chicago, right. It's in Atlanta, so it's on a neutral court. Loyola is getting too much respect because of what they've done in the tournament the last 2 or 3 years. They're not very good this year. They're 4-5. Clemson's 8-2. They should win this game. I'm not too worried about this one. So I'm going Clemson. I did have the Cavaliers tonight over the Thunder. Then I got to doing some research, and I don't think Donovan Mitchell's going to play tonight for Cleveland. He did not play in their game last night that they got beat. I would think it would make sense to hold him out against the Thunder also, I would think, and then get him fully healed. So I changed my mind, and I decided, I don't want to root against the Thunder. That's my team. I rooted against them the other night. They're good enough to beat Cleveland if Cleveland doesn't bring their best. So I changed it. I went with Portland over Minnesota. Minnesota, big win last night. A very good win in Utah. I don't know if they're going to have their legs back tonight in Portland. And Portland's pretty good, and they're tough at home, and they're rested. So I'm going to go the Trailblazers and the Clemson Tigers in a basketball parlay today.
Good pick. I like that. I like that Trailblazers pick especially. It's tough to play in Utah, fly out of that place, and then go up to Portland and play there. That's a rough back-to-back for Minnesota. Yeah. So I think you got them in a great spot there. All right, let's go over to Aaron and I's best bets. We're going back-to-back races here. I'm going to go to Gulfstream, race number 3. Give me the number 6 horse, La Buffalita, which, by the way, is the buffalo in Spanish, except with an extra F. I did actually look this up. They misspelled buffalo, which I'm sure they did on purpose. This is Jose D'Angelo going out here. 18% first-time starters, $3.22 ROI. Redensdale, first-time sire, freshman sire. Actually not terrible numbers. He's 1 for 11 with first-time starters. 3 of them hit the board. Gotten better when but he has good numbers from a dirt sprinting perspective. So it's a little early on the first out sample size, but I do think the sire is going to be decent, especially for a $2,500 standing fee. Horse sold for $20,000. We get Sayas aboard. The last 4 workouts, really 5 even, have all been solid, sub 12 seconds. 3 of those coming out of the gate. I think this one's going to be ready to fire right out. And the other factor is this field is awful. I mean, there is no horse that's run a race that I think has the ability to win this race. So give me the first-time starter, the 6, sitting on the board at 7-2. See if we can kick this thing off early in the day with a nice little winner. Aaron, what do you think?
Get out of the gate. You're going to win. Yeah, that's what I think. And you got one of the best gate riders in the world in Luis Saez. Get out of the gate. Get ahead of this field. You will win this race. The Buffalo, big at Gulfstream in the 3rd.
Miguel Vasquez scratched out of this race. The jockey colony in here, it's Edgar Zayas, and then it just falls off a damn cliff in this thing. So Zayas' massive advantage here. Hopefully that makes a big difference. Aaron, going to the next race. Tell us a little bit about this 4 horse here.
Well, first of all, the number 4, Ari Gold, one of the best named horses maybe ever. Of course, named after Ari Gold from Entourage, one of the better shows ever, in my opinion. So anyway, Ari Gold in this race, first two races weren't bad, but weren't, crazy. And then last time out over the track there at Aqueduct, I guess that was the Belmont at Aqueduct meet, he just looked fantastic. He got a big figure for that race. And then you look at the pace setup today, Ari Gold looks pretty much loose on the lead to me in this spot. So if we get that kind of pace again, I know we're moving up maiden to stakes company, but most of these horses are. I just feel like if you get loose on the lead again, Ari Gold's going to take him gate to wire. And guess what? We talked about the three or your six in the third race needing to break. He's got Luis Saez. We got Luis Saez on Ari Gold here as well. So try to get a Saez back-to-backer here. I really like Ari Gold. Get out to the front, take him gate to wire. And finally, Somich, as we've kind of seen, you don't have to be on the lead to win on that turf course, but you need to be close. Closers have not been great over that turf course so far. Another good thing for Ari Gold. So give me the 4 in the 4th at Gulfstream today.
Good pick. I got 4 Ari Gold on top as well. The key really is going to be the setup and the speed. You've got 3 or 4 horses that have speed, but none of them want the lead. And so they might be stacked and packed right behind Ari Gold here. It's going to be all about how much Saez can control the pace. And if so, I think he gets it done. I like the 5 a little bit. Did you have any interest in the 5 congruent here? The one race off the turf ran very well, $350,000, Son to Tap It.
Bad pick. Do not like the 5 whatsoever. Bad pick. Not so fast, my friend. If we're going to lose, it's going to be to the other Pletcher, the 7.
I got that one in third, so that's fair. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
I just hadn't used bad pick yet, so I wanted to use it.
Any comments here before we take off? I want to make sure I go back to you just in case.
Comments?
Yeah.
No, I think I've commented out this morning. I don't.
What'd you get for lunch?
Hey, by the
that's what I want to know. What's lunch?
Oh, some shit from McDonald's. I don't know.
You're getting McDonald's for lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, Papa.
I happen to like McDonald's, but
no, McDonald's is fine.
You sound like you like McDonald's. Yeah.
Did you get a Happy Meal? Did you at least get the toy?
I'm not happy right now, so I did not get a happy meal. I need a grumpy meal. But it is what it is, and that's all I'm going to say. So anyway, I'm going to go look at Christmas lights in Tulsa, Oklahoma. How about that? Won't that be anyway?
That explains everything. No more needed to be said.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I am.
Magic, you want to show off that hardware behind you?
Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful belt. Oh,
that would be the racing dudes.
You can see Aaron's face in it. I've got it positioned so you can see Aaron.
Oh, you put people who paid for it on there. That's cute. I like it.
That's nice.
All right, let's go with the best bets of the day here. Papa Dude trying to go for 4 in a row here, taking Trailblazers and Clemson on the money line plus 119. Did I get that right, Papa Dude?
Yes, you did.
Yes. All right, good. Gulfstream, Aaron, race number 4, horse number 4, 9-5 money line. I'm going to Gulfstream, race number 3, horse number 6, 7-2 on the money line. Magic trying to buck a $6 million trend, taking the over for the first time in 17 years in the Army-Navy game, sitting at over 32 for the week. 5-4, up $214, down $64 on the year, but we still have 21 days to turn that around. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with an NFL Sunday. Good luck with all your bets today, everybody. Have a good one.